Hmm. Hello there. Good morning. Welcome to today's Daily Dominion. We're going to play a base Renaissance board. Okay. This could be a little bit of a pain depending on how it goes. So there's lots of draw and there's some trashing. Not the quickest trashing, but there's some trashing, and then there's silos, which just cycles your coppers. If you can get rid of your states, you can still play a draw deck, but there's not a lot. There's no VP in the attack. Well, the attack switch. There are attacks, but villain. I'm not sure there'll be a real great window where villain is super impactful, but potentially. There are a couple of ways. Anyway, lots of draw, but Council Room, of course, accelerates your opponent. Flag Bearer gives you a little permanent draw if you can keep the flag. Bureaucrat shouldn't matter. Research might matter. There's in theory some research treasure tricks, but I don't know that that's going to come into play. Some research treasure silos tricks, but that seems like a real stretch, frankly. It would be a really cool deck, actually. So you can, like, imagine you research like a gold and you set aside a bunch of coppers or something, and then on your, I mean, the idea is that you would have a big hand and silos a bunch of coppers at the start and then research them when they're in the shuffle and just kind of use those coppers every time, and then you would like trash like gold or something and get it back with treasure. But that's a lot of it's not really going to matter. There may be some portions of that happening at some point, but the opening isn't super clear to me. Maybe silver. I mean, you would love to get like silos plus remodel, but you can't do that. So the bot just buys Flag Bearer off rip, which is interesting. I don't think that's correct, but we'll see. And then they get a ducat, which I don't super love. I think I'm going to take a witch. Okay, we get a bad draw here. This is just pass. The remodel misses a state, which we really needed. We could go ahead and take Flag Bearer here, actually. Maybe the bot will just buy a bunch of Flag Bearers. That would probably be beatable. So we can either take like a silos here. I don't really want another terminal. So we could take a witch, but I think I'm going to take the silo. Okay, not a good silos hand, but fine. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take... This is not super great, though. Again, if I can get the bot to like buy Flag Bearer again, I'm kind of okay with that, because eventually their deck's just going to be Flag Bearers and curses, and they're not going to really have the tools to deal with it. That was a really great silos hand for us. We probably will want to research at some point, though I'm not sure when. Maybe now. We're probably looking at remodeling the Flag Bearer next. Or a Flag Bearer next. So it may be just buy village. Seems a little strange with this amount of money, of course, but buy copper and gold, which I don't think ultimately is going to be the move. So here we can, when we trash Flag Bearer, we get the flag back, which is great. This is actually a really clean shuffle for us as far as that all goes. And we can hear, I'm going to buy another village, but the the gain isn't obvious to me. I kind of want to take a witch and just finish, hopefully cursing them badly. Because if we can win the curse split pretty big here, again, I think their deck will just be complete mess. Draw another witch. Yes, yes. Draw the remodel. Okay, we bottom deck the remodel. If we hadn't bottom decked the remodel there, we're just like, it's such a good spot. But this is still very good. If we can remodel Flagbearer into something and buy a village, you know. Anyway, this is still quite good. The only thing we're gonna have to look out here, of course, is the ultimately the 3 piles. So to that end, we should probably think a little bit about how we eventually want to score. We may not need more than like a couple provinces. So the curses will certainly run, the flag bearers may run, and then the village is the next closest pile. Trying to think if a research is worth getting here. It's like research or treasure, maybe. I'm gonna try the research. We don't find witch here, which is unfortunate. They're just buying duchy again, so they're gonna be pretty much probably just buying duchy from here on out. We could just remodel curse into copper. Copper isn't terrible. Maybe we want to remodel the flag bearer to gold. Let's do that. Just helps the silos quite a bit. They're gonna rebuy flag bearer, but again, like I said, I'm mostly okay. Okay, that was a little unfortunate we didn't find the witch. I'm going to trigger this. It should be fine. And then take a council room. So we're gonna get it into hand. They buy province, which is interesting. They had enough for that. Okay. Again, I think I'm just doing, we could do Cursed Ducat here. It didn't look as appealing the last time, but here it's probably okay. And then I think I'm gonna take a treasurer. We'll want to buy fleet at some point. This is a little sad. Nope, okay. Still a little sad. I'm gonna take the key from them because the key is pretty helpful for them. I mean, playing the council room would be terrible now. We could buy the flag bearer. We probably, okay, they get duchy. Unfortunate that we don't have the I gotta check something now. When did they play their treasure last? Well, we can't see the log, so I don't remember. Because if I put gold in the trash, I'm thinking about researching gold. I could also just trash. I'm seriously considering researching the gold. I don't really want them to be able to go treasure gain gold, but I don't remember if they've shuffled since they played treasure. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. Okay, it worked out. quite nicely. This is sort of what I was talking about with Silo's Research Treasure. This is at least a glimpse of it, if not its full beauty. So we're gonna see a nice thing we can do here. I don't know what the last card is. But you can do treasure, you can get gold from the trash. You can remodel the gold. I'm gonna score now just because I'm a little bit scared. It's not a village, so it's probably not something super good to leave on top. What was it, a copper? Well, copper would have been okay, but... and then we can get the gold back so the bot doesn't have access to it. We should be good now. I mean, this is obviously just... Now I had to research something to get us there, but still. Okay. I'm gonna add... This isn't clear to me, actually. Okay, we got a very good draw, but it really wasn't obvious or immediately obvious to me what the buys should be there. What is in the trash now? I mean, I guess silver is better than... I mean, we don't want to leave the silver in there just for the bot possibly playing. We're just gonna buy the province. There's not... I mean, the only other really nice thing... I do wish I had another council room, but there are some witches down in here. We didn't research anything nice, but... Maybe another remodel, but maybe we just save the coffers. Okay, they just played treasure. Didn't shuffle or anything, so we can put the gold in the trash and gain a province. I think just pass. This is kind of messy for us, but it's like fine, I guess. This just wins. Not by a lot, but it does win. So we can trash a province. We're even gonna get another little turn after this. In which we apparently... Let's get that key back. Get a duchy out of it. So we ended up... I didn't have to... That turn I had a good turn. I maybe shouldn't have greened so hard. If I wanted to play for control in any case. Because that was my chance to maybe go get a little cleaner. Like, instead of doing the gold remodel stuff, it would have just been like... Probably remodel Flagbearer into another research and trash it, you know, we would have just done some trashing instead of all that greening. If we wanted to play for a control deck, but we just kind of went for the messy deck with more draw, which is often a bad deck, but it wasn't worse than the bot's deck, which was essentially just lots of Flagbearer. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience playing Flagbearer against the bot. If they always do it that hard. Or what. But... The problem with this is, like, again... The problem with the bot's play in general... Well, one of the problems... is that if you don't have a way to end the game and you're just buying duchies, you're just gonna lose. There has to be some path to a 3-pile. And like, we were still like 5 cards off, right? So it wasn't particular. Well, and even there were still 4 duchies actually. So we were still 6 cards off. in any case, and the bot was at 1 gain a turn, so it was going to take the bot at least, well, I guess they had to duck it, didn't they? So 1 gain a turn with 1 extra gain a shuffle, and their shuffles were pretty big, so we're looking at like 5 or 6 turns at least to empty the piles, and that's assuming they actually like do it. And this is too much time. So if you're ever going to try and green sooner on a board with all this payload power, you have to have some path to win or to end the game, which means you either have to be able to empty the provinces. For the bots thing, if I was giving advice to the bot, the bot would be much stronger in the approach that it does if it never bought a duchy. If it never, ever, ever, ever bought duchies, basically, would be harder to beat than the bot as it exists now, where sometimes it buys duchies and it's fine. But most of the time, I think I was complaining about it buying tunnel over duchy, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, sometimes it buys duchies and it's fine, but most of the time the duchies are just extending the game. And that's the worst thing for the bot. The bot should be, the way the bot plays, it's almost always its only win condition is emptying the provinces. Which means duchies are just terrible for that. So you would have way better luck as the AI doing the green rush stuff if you only bought like provinces and golds or whatever. You know, when you hit 5, don't buy and it doesn't because there's some sort of condition that, or it's there's not an explicit condition, but the training has led it to believe that when the piles are getting low or whatever, that you need to take duchies because it's playing against something that plays exactly like itself. And when it does that, gaining the duchies is like quite reasonable, or can be. But if you don't play like the bot, it's horrible, horrible, horrible. Anyway, that rant was probably not really particularly useful to the human players, but if Hard AI ever watches this video, maybe just take a remodel or more treasurers instead of the duchies, and you would be able to put a lot more pressure on the player building good decks. So thanks for watching Hard AI. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you specifically tomorrow.